You're really gonna move back to Paris?
Don't worry. I'll be back to see you marry Gwen.
I wish things would have worked out, Sheridan. Please, don't leave Harmony. And this is where you belong, with your family. And fleeing off to Paris didn't solve your problems before, and it won't now.
I have to leave Harmony, Ethan. If I stay, I'll only face unpleasant memories of Louise every single day.
You'll face unpleasant memories of a man in Paris, too. Remember Jean-Luc?
Oh, but it's different. Paris is a big city. Big enough for me to avoid any bad time that I had there with Jean-Luc.
We must destroy all of Jean-Luc's records, Pierre. Interpol is getting too close. We must find nothing to link us to Jean-Luc and the drug trade.
I think you worry too much, Roger. Jean-Luc is dead. Who is left to connect us to anything illegal?
Now, go.
This fiancée of yours, does she know you support yourself smuggling drugs?
Of course not.
And you're certain you've never mentioned my name?
Do not worry. There is no one in the world who knows of our association.
Oh, I'm looking for Jean-Luc. I'm sure...
Darling, you are here. Okay, so we were just saying goodbye.
Jean-Luc must die tonight.
But he paid you the money he owes.
I don't trust him. And unfortunately, the pretty American girl has now seen my face. She must be killed as well. There is one person who can connect us to Jean-Luc. His blonde American fiancée. If only we had found her at the airport last summer.
It has been almost a year, and nothing has happened. I say we forget about her.
No. The stakes are much higher now that Interpol is involved. We must find this mystery woman and eliminate her.
What did you want to tell me, Eve?
Eve, listen to me. This is not what you think. Right? Listen to me, I can explain.
I can't believe this. Eve, feel free to talk in front of Ivy. I mean, friends don't keep secrets from one another.
Spill, Simone. What have you got in here?
I'm sorry, Kay. I can't let you do this to Charity. You'll be okay now that I've taken the statue away.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you had the bird statue in here. You could have stolen it from Charity's hospital room when you went back to get this bag. Of course, there's no way you'd betray me, your best friend, like that. We both know that bird statue has to stay near Charity to keep her visions coming. And now that she's locked up Simone, I actually have a chance with Miguel, starting with our date tonight.
For the last time, Kay. It's not a date. Miguel's only going out with you to come up with ways to help Charity.
Well, things may start out like that, but this is going to be one St. Patrick's Day Miguel will always remember. I'll make sure of that.
Kay, how are you going to make sure that I always remember the St. Patrick's Day?
I'm so excited to be going home, Dr. Watts. There's something I need to do. Something I need to give Miguel.
It's a good thing you're focused, Charity. Keep thinking about Miguel and what it is you want to give him.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Watts, but another patient needs your immediate attention.
Coming. I'll have Dr. Russell and your Aunt Grace come in to sign your release papers.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be going home.
Believe it, my little blonde time bomb. You're going home to kill Miguel.
But Charity loves Miguel too much to kill him.
Love is no match for the subliminal message that I've planted in Charity's subconscious. The drug they've given her to cure her alleged hallucinations has left her highly susceptible to suggestion. Charity, you must kill Miguel. Charity, you must kill Miguel. Kill Miguel. We have to be front row center while Charity does her dastardly deed to me. And then I can lure her to the dark side while Miguel's blood is still fresh on her hands.
Poor Charity. Miguel.
Well, what about poor Tabitha? I need this wind to get my powers back. Don't you understand that? Now, go into doll mode while I get us out of here. Ah, such prompt, courteous service. If you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
You're not going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Miguel, you've been through so much bad stuff lately. I just want you to always remember what a good time we're going to have tonight.
You know, I don't think going out to dinner is such a good idea. I mean, I'm so focused on Charity getting better, I doubt I'd be good company.
Miguel, Charity would want you to go out and have fun tonight. Besides, how are we going to think of ways to get my poor cousin out of the mental ward if all you do is mope around?
Okay. Back up, Simone, I'll fix it.
Thanks, Miguel.
No problem.
Yeah, Miguel, thanks. Hey, Simone, will you leave a note for my folks saying that the faucet's broken? Yeah. We need to get to the lobster shack if we want to get a good table.
You know, I don't feel right about leaving this for your parents to deal with. I mean, I help Luis with the pipes all the time. I bet it just needs a new washer. I mean, that's it, you know? I mean, I'll fix it, then we'll go to dinner.
But...
You know, I bet your dad's toolbox is in the mudroom.
Couldn't you have been thirsty some other time? Now who knows when I'll get Miguel alone?
Okay, you're fighting a losing battle. Miguel loves Charity. And by the way, Charity will be home from the hospital soon.
What makes you say that?
Because the drug that Dr. Watts gave her could work?
No. Charity's gonna stay in Psycho Central as long as that bird is by her bedside where I left it.
Eve, what were you going to tell me? Yes, Eve. Is it something about TC or your daughters?
No, Ivy. What I was going to tell Grace is... Grace, it's the hospital. They want us to get down there as soon as possible.
Is Charity worse?
Probably not. Dr. Watts would have called us herself if Charity was in crisis.
Okay, well, let's go.
I'll go with you.
That won't be necessary.
Oh, I insist. I am on the hospital board, after all. I do have some clout, and if there's a problem, I would like to handle it personally. Well, Ivy, it's very sweet of you to take an interest in Charity. Well, she's such a special girl, isn't she, Eve?
I've just got to grab my purse.
You don't give a damn about Charity. You're just going to the hospital to keep me from being alone with Grace.
Yes, well, just think of me as your own personal little reminder that you have as much, if not more, to lose by telling Grace about me and Sam.
You've got it all wrong, Ivy. There's never been anything between me and Julian.
Oh, I saw the looks between you and Julian at the hospital, and I know how uncomfortable you are to be around him.
That's it? That's your proof? People are never going to believe you.
Well, are you willing to take that chance? Are you willing to bet your entire life that no one will believe that you and my rutting pig of a husband had an affair?
I've read that you have political aspirations for your son, Ethan. Now, a scandal that involved you and Harmony's police chief, that would pretty much derail any chances Ethan has of holding political office. Are you willing to risk your future as a Crane? Your son's future as heir to the Crane billions? I'm gonna call your bluff, Ivy. I am going to tell Grace everything about you and Sam the first moment I get a chance.
Over my dead body.
That's up to you. But I've done nothing wrong. You have no evidence, no proof, nothing but the ramblings of a poor young girl in a mental ward. A girl who suffers from horrible hallucinations.
Horrible for you if the truth comes out.
Grace is my best friend. I won't do anything to hurt her.
Oh, right. And telling Grace that Sam and I have a past together will just make her day.
I'm not going to allow Grace to think that you are a friend of hers when you are nothing but a homewrecker.
Well, I just hope Charity's all right.
What do you mean I'm not going anywhere? I wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. Now, step aside, both of you.
We don't have a chart on you. We don't even know your name.
That's because I'm not a patient.
Well, your odd behavior suggests that you should be.
Are you saying that I'm daft?
I'll run a few tests and I'll know some more.
The only thing you're testing, Doctor, is my patience. Now, I demand to be let out of here this instant. I have places to go, things to do, important things.
Sorry, but we have to insist that you stay.
Out of my way. I'm not going crazy. I'm going home. Oh, tell them, Timmy, tell them I'm not going bonkers. What I mean is...
I've heard enough. I want this woman given a full psychological screening. You will be our guest here for quite some time.
Make like a battering ram. We're getting out of here no matter what!
Oh, prepare hypodermic!
Oh.
I have to sedate her!
I have a date with destiny, and I can't be late! Let me go. Let go of me!
Hurry, nurse! She's stronger than she looks!
I can't get the hypo in her arm, Dr. Watson. It's like needles hitting concrete.
Ah!
Oh, no. First I'll sedate Tabitha, then I'll dissect her to find out she's a witch.
That hypodermic must be defective. We'll have to handle this another way.
I showed them, didn't I, Timmy? You can't live as long as I have and not develop a tough exterior.
But Tabitha, you're still locked in the loony bin?
Not for long, Tim. Don't worry. We'll get out of here in time to see Charity kill Miguel.
How? They think Tabitha's crazy for wanting Timmy to talk.
No, well, that's not grounds to keep me here against my will, is it?
Timmy doesn't think they know that.
What's going on? What are you doing with that straitjacket?
Dr. Watts sent us in to restrain you. And we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
If only I had my powers now. I should just try casting a spell. Perhaps it would do it by itself. Hocus pocus dominocus.
What's she saying? I don't know, man. I think she's talking French.
Bon Dieu.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it, Roger?
My informant in America gave up looking for Jean-Luc's fiancée months ago.
Because she is no threat to us.
You're wrong, Pierre. She's the last person alive who can tie us to Jean-Luc and the drug trade.
I doubt she even knows it.
I'm not willing to take that chance. Not with Interpol in the picture now. We must find this beautiful blonde American woman. And when we do, we'll eliminate both her and the threat she poses to us.
Paris is just a plane right away, you know.
I don't care, Sheridan. I want my aunt here where we can be a part of each other's lives.
Look, Ethan, I would like nothing more.
I want you here to help Gwen settle in after our honeymoon. I want you here when my children are born. What is it?
I'm sorry. And suddenly I feel so selfish for leaving now.
Sheridan, I don't mean to upset you.
I know. I'm so happy for you, Ethan. I'm so glad that you have finally found true love with Gwen. I can't help but wonder if I'll ever find true love. You know, be able to talk about my wedding, my children. I always dreamed of our children growing up together and forming the close bond that we have. Now
You'll find the right man one day. It's not too late.
I just wish I could be as sure as you are. You know, sometimes I feel like there are forces of darkness conspiring to make my life miserable.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just felt like someone walked over my grave.
Hey, Kay, you know where your dad keeps the extra washers for the sink?
What? Oh, washers? I think that they're in the drawer in the mudroom. That's where he keeps that stuff.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I can't believe what a great body Miguel has. And after tonight, when I put my plan into action, it's going to be all mine.
Another day, another plan. What is it now this time?
It's the same plan boys have used to get girls since clubs were outlawed in the caveman days. Alcohol.
You're gonna get Miguel drunk?
Tipsy, blotto, totally wasted. Whatever it takes to get Miguel.
But Miguel hates alcohol just as much as we do.
I know that.
Okay, so what about your parents? Don't you think they'll notice that their vodka's missing?
No, my parents only have liquor for company. All they ever drink is wine.
Okay, stealing vodka's one thing, but how are you gonna get Miguel to drink that stuff?
Well, I'll just put it in whatever he's drinking, like hot apple cider or orange juice. Pretty soon Miguel will be feeling no pain, and I can have my way with him. All the way.
You wouldn't do that, Kay. It isn't right.
What's not right is Miguel's hot, hard body going to waste waiting for charity. Well, no more. After tonight, Miguel will be mine, drunk or sober.
Focus, focus, lice and locusts, keep these mortals at bay. Wind and thunder, knock them asunder so that I may get away.
Listen, Locust, that's witchcraft, man. She's putting a spell on us. Don't let her rattle you, dude. There's no such thing as witchcraft.
Yeah, right. And she needs to stop.
Unhand me, dumb and dumber. Unhand me.
Jeez, she's stronger than she looks. Yeah, the total freaks always are.
You'll both be frogs eating flies by the time I'm finished with you.
Good work. We'll start running some tests on her as soon as she calms down.
Dr. Watts, Dr. Russell, and Grace Bennett are here to see you about the Standish case.
Coming, nurse. You guys take a break. You deserve it.
Of all the lousy timing. Just when Charity's about to do my bidding at long last. Oh, get me out of this Houdini hand-me-down, Timmy. I've got to hear what they're saying in Charity's room.
Timmy's trying. But Timmy can undo these thingamajigs.
Oh, well, then just help me get down. Oh, drat.
Your cotton gil's got nothing on you, Dodo.
Oh, shh. I've got to hear what they're saying.
Good news, Mrs. Bennett. I am releasing your niece from the hospital. Charity is free to go home.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so happy for you.
Me too. I can't wait to go home. For some reason, I have this really strong urge to see Miguel.
It's you! You're the one with Julian. You're making love to him. Why? Why am I seeing this?
Charity can't go home. She's my patient. I won't allow it.
No, Eve. You must let Charity go. She has to kill Miguel tonight.
What are you doing with the man's pocket watch?
It's Jean-Luc's. I was in such a hurry to leave him that I must have packed it by mistake. I should give it back to him. He said it was a family heirloom, although I doubt it. Why would he tell me the truth about a watch but lie about loving me? I never should have believed a word that creep said. You know, I'm going to give him a call and tell him that I want to give this back to him when I get to Paris.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Ridding myself of this watch will just put closure to my failed relationship with Jean-Luc. I don't want anything that connects me to that lying bastard.
We've shredded all of Jean-Luc's papers. Let's go before Interpol finds us here.
Not yet. There must be something we've overlooked. Something with the name of Jean-Luc's American fiancée on it.
But we've searched this place 1,000 times and come up with nothing.
I don't care. This could be our last chance. Look for anything with a woman's name on it. A matchbook, a scrap of paper. I don't know why. I have a feeling something will turn up this time.
What if that's Interpol?
They don't telephone suspects, you idiot. They take them by surprise. Hello, oui.
May I please speak to Jean-Luc?
He's away on a trip. I'm apartment sitting for him. May I be of any assistance?
Will you please tell him that I'll be coming to Paris soon and that I have something of his I'd like to return?
Of course, but when was the last time you saw Jean-Luc?
Last summer. I've been home in America since.
I thought I recognized your voice. We met here at the apartment you and Jean-Luc were leaving for the country. You're his American fiancée, yes?
I'm surprised Jean-Luc didn't tell you. We broke up later that same night.
Well, Jean-Luc never really spoke of it. He was, in pieces after you left. You're the beautiful blonde.
Well, I am blonde.
And what's your name, beautiful lady? Where in America do you live?
Your plan to get Miguel drunk is horrible, Kay.
I think it's brilliant. Miguel will wake up next to me in the morning and realize we spent the whole night making love.
But Miguel loves Charity.
Now, maybe. But not for long. All I have to do is play the doe-eyed innocent. Oh, Miguel. You took my virginity. What guy would want me now? And Miguel, being the righteous guy he is, will have to marry me.
There is not enough vodka in Russia to make that happen.
You're right. Maybe I should get pregnant tonight just to be sure.
What? Now, Kay, you have pulled some pretty rotten stunts before, but this is the most despicable thing I have ever heard you say. When a girl gets pregnant, to tie a guy to her, it ruins everyone's lives, especially the babies. Now, you have driven Miguel's girlfriend to the nut house. Isn't that enough?
Where have you been, Simone? Charity's only going to stay locked up in the loony bin long enough for Miguel to realize that he loves me. Who knows how long she'll be there? Like you said, the drug Dr. Watts gave her could have an effect on her, or that bird statue could make Charity stop having visions. I just hope she doesn't come home anytime soon.
Eve, why won't you let Charity go home?
I know why, Grace. Eve is afraid of Charity's visions. She's desperate that T see her husband, not hear anything about her affair with Julian Crane.
Why won't you let me go home, Dr. Russell? My vision stopped. Dr. Watts says I'm fine.
I wouldn't release Charity if she wasn't all right.
Listen to the good Dr. Eve. Let Charity go home and go for blood. Miguel's blood.
Well, I just don't see how Charity could be cleared for release so soon after being admitted.
It's the experimental drug she was given. The results were nothing less than spectacular.
But the drugs could have a delayed side effect. I think it's best that we keep Charity here for observation, just to be on the safe side.
Safe for you, Eve. You're afraid Charity's going to tell someone about the affair you had with my husband.
I understand your concerns, Eve, but I'm concerned too. And I mean, you saw how happy Charity was when we walked in here, and now she looks despondent. Please let me take her home. I promise I will keep a sharp eye on her.
I must agree with Mrs. Bennett. I think it's in Charity's best interest if she's released.
With all due respect, Dr. Watts...
What exactly are you afraid will happen if we release Charity?
Yes, Dr. Russell. Why don't you tell us what you're afraid of?
Good. Ivy has Eve on the spot.
But why?
Good question, Tim. Could Ivy be onto Eve and her lurid past? What do I care? As long as Charity gets out of here and kills Miguel so I can lure her over to the dark side.
Well, I can't imagine what you're afraid of, Eve. Well, Dr. Watts is the expert here, and she's assured us that it's not only safe for Charity to be released, but in her best interest to be home and with her loved ones. So, unless you know something you're not telling us, I think perhaps we should defer to Dr. Watts' opinion.
Please reconsider, Eve. I'm sure Charity would be so much happier with her family.
Very well, Doctor. If Charity's not having these visions anymore, then I guess it's okay for her to go home.
Thank you so much, Dr. Russell. You've made me really happy.
Me too, honey. Soon Miguel will be history and you'll be playing for our team.
I want to call Miguel. Let him know I'm coming home.
Here. Here you go.
Hello?
Miguel, it's me. You'll never believe it, but I've been released. I'm coming home.
Charity, that is so great. I'm at the Bennett's right now. I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you either. For some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to give you something.
I hope it's a kiss.
I'll see you soon.
I understand your reticence in releasing Charity. The visions she had were most strange. I wonder what their genesis was.
Oh, I think probably stress and an overactive imagination.
You're probably right. Oh, I'll get Charity's release papers for Mrs. Bennett to sign, huh?
Will you get me out of this straitjacket, Timmy? Bite through the straps if you have to. I have to get out of here so I can follow Charity home and make sure she makes mincemeat of Miguel.
Timmy's trying to tell her, but it's no use.
Oh, hell's bells. What else can go wrong? Me and my big mouth. You again. Don't you ever knock?
Don't you ever learn? You wouldn't be here were it not for your evil ways.
Spare me the lecture, Bright Eyes.
I speak only the truth. You were wrong to plant the idea to kill Miguel in Charity's head.
Pish tosh. You think everything I do is wrong. Well, it's just too bad, because this time I'm going to win. Miguel is as good as dead.
You guys are never going to believe what just happened.
You got us a table at the Lobster Shack overlooking
Charity
the harbor.
called. All right, Dr. Watts is releasing her. She's coming home.
Admit it, Eve. You're afraid that Charity will have another one of her visions about you and Julian, and you won't be there to control her.
That's nonsense, Ivy. Dr. Watts is certain that the drug she gave Charity was 100% effective in stopping her visions. And technically, they aren't visions. They're hallucinations with no basis in reality.
Nice try, Eve. But I'm not buying it. Charity's visions are real. You know it as well as I do.
Perhaps you should be admitted for observation, Ivy, because you're clearly delusional.
Is that the best comeback you can muster? That's pathetic.
No, Ivy. You're pathetic. Throwing yourself at a happily married man like Sam. Well, the first moment I get, I'm going to tell Grace what a backstabbing, conniving tramp you are.
Eve, could you come in here a minute? Charity is so anxious to leave.
So I see.
Well, if Aunt Grace stays to sign the release papers, can I go now?
Please? I think it is so cute that you can't wait to see Miguel. I mean, I remember feeling the same way about Sam when I was younger.
All right, Charity, you can go. But if you think that you're going to have anything like a hallucination, promise me that you'll let me know.
I will, I promise. I can't wait to get home. For some reason, I feel like I'm supposed to give Miguel something.
Yeah, like a kiss. Not to worry, you'll be back with your boyfriend before you know it.
Yeah, the nurse promised to drive Charity home.
What can I say? I'm a pushover for young love. Are you ready, dear?
Wait. I can't leave without this. Miguel gave it to me.
Okay. Have fun.
Bye.
Well, Eve, now that Charity's gone, there was something you wanted to tell me. Eve, what is it you wanted to tell me?
Now's not really the best time, Grace, but I've waited long enough. Grace, what I want to tell you is...
I'm sorry. Isn't that Maureen? I wonder what she's doing here. You know, I'd better talk to her. I'll be right back.
You were bluffing, Eve. You're not going to tell Grace about Sam and me, because if you did, I would tell TC about you and Julian, and you are not about to jeopardize the perfect little life you have created for yourself by doing the noble thing.
You're not going anywhere.
Let go of me.
Not on your life, Ivy. As soon as Grace comes back from talking to her friend, I'm going to tell her everything.
May I have your name, please?
It's Sheridan.
Your last name?
Jean-Luc will know who I am. Could you please just tell him that I'm coming to Paris and that I would like to see him? What a strange call.
What makes you say that?
Well, I don't know. I guess just the thought of seeing Jean-Luc again makes me feel uneasy. It's something I have to do.
Is there anything I can do to convince you not to go to Paris?
No, Ethan. I need to get away from all the hurt that I feel here in Harmony. And besides, Paris is my favorite city. There's no one there who can hurt me.
Well, we don't have to look for Jean-Luc's fiancée anymore. She's coming directly to us. And now we know that her first name is Sheridan.
And what will happen to this Sheridan when she gets here?
You'll kill her.
I can't believe this is happening, Simone. I managed to get Charity committed to the psych ward, and she's already on her way home. No matter what I do, I can't get Blondie away from Miguel long enough to steal him away from her. I mean, she's like the Terminator. She just keeps coming at you.
Well, maybe that's a sign that you should stop trying to get Miguel.
What? I'm not going to stop trying to get Miguel. I'm just going to have to work harder to get him.
Well, I don't see if there's anything else.
Oh, I know. I'll run upstairs and put on more makeup, maybe change some clothes. Whatever I can do to look my absolute best. That way, when Charity comes home looking like some poster child for shock therapy, I'll outshine her in Miguel's eyes.
Whatever you say, Kay.
I just don't get it, Simone. I thought for sure that bird statue would keep Charity bonkers for years. I mean, it must have lost its potency. I don't know what else could have happened, do you?
You're afraid of losing Charity to the dark side. You said so yourself on New Year's Eve.
I said it could happen, not that it would.
Well, it's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Charity will kill Miguel, and the prophecy in the ancient tome will be fulfilled.
No, evil will never prevail.
This time, it will. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. I'm going to send a psychic message to Charity. You just watch and see what happens. Kill Miguel. Charity, you must kill Miguel. Charity, you must kill Miguel. Kill Miguel.